A senator who witnessed the genocide in Rwanda during his time as a Canadian general is stepping down from the Red Chamber. Romeo Dallaire is highly respected. He said many times what he witnessed in Rwanda still haunts him. As Shirlee Engel reports, Dallaire is not retiring. In fact, he's moving from the Canadian to the world stage.
With a torn heart.
Torn between his two passions, the retired general who became the face of post-traumatic stress disorder in Canada steps aside 7 years early.
I'm not leaving one job to find some time to do other things. I'm leaving one job because I got a more demanding job, I feel, internationally.
A tireless advocate for veterans, child soldiers, and human rights, Senator Romeo Dallaire says he's leaving to focus on that work, 2 book deals, and offers to work in conflict zones. He says PTSD is not the reason he's resigning, but for the man who led the doomed UN mission in Rwanda, it remains a constant struggle.
I live every day what I lived 20 years ago, and it's as if it was this morning.
Dallaire wore his mental illness so publicly. In December, he crashed his car on Parliament Hill.
I fell asleep.
Blaming insomnia brought on by the 20th anniversary of the Rwandan genocide and Canadian soldier suicides. Appointed in 2005 by Paul Martin, Dallaire spent his 9 years in the Senate educating colleagues and Canadians about the effects of war. Dennis Dawson sat beside him.
Well, he was always emotionally drawing us into the debate, and it's a very big loss for the Senate.
Though a Liberal until Justin Trudeau kicked all Liberal senators out of caucus, he's revered by parliamentarians of all stripes.
His contributions, his public service are unparalleled.
Dallaire says the Senate expense scandal wasn't a deciding factor.
There is no doubt in my military mind that this country needs that second chamber to balance out the other one.
But with its existence under intense scrutiny, the upper chamber loses a high-profile champion of its relevancy, who reminded Canadians senators can be worth their weight in taxpayer cash.
It's a bit of a shame because I used to be able to point to him personally as an example of the fact that senators do extraordinary work.
The privilege of public service is something Dallaire never took for granted.
Every time I come up to this hill, I can't believe that I actually have an office in this building.
He'll be clearing out that office June 17th. Shirlee Engel, Global News, Ottawa.